Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Respectful greetings and reverent salutations to the most venerable and venerable members of the Sangha. One blessing to all respected viewers joining us in today's edition of Buddhist News of Kamau. This bulletin highlights meaningful Buddhist activities across the province, reflecting the spirit of mindfulness, compassion, education, and social engagement within the Buddhist community during the Vesak seasons of 2026. Opening ceremony of second returning to reality temporary ordination retreats at Công Đức Lâm Buddhist Temple. Giác Hoa Pagoda presents 330 gift packages to support disadvantaged persons with disabilities. Opening ceremony of Tamil Friendship Camp 2026. Solemn Vesak celebration and communal alms offering ceremony at Buffarang Temple. Groundbreaking ceremony for Ancient Bridge number 12 in Hoặc, Charity House handover ceremony in Đồng Commune. Connecting Love 66 program spread compassion to underprivileged children at Cotton Temple. Quang Âm Nam Hải Festival 2026 at Quang Âm Phật Đài. The 30th Siege of Compassion Retreats at Giác Hoa Pagoda. Solemn Fourth Memorial Ceremony of the late Venerable Thích. Creating wholesome conditions for lay practitioners to experience the monastic path according to Theravada Buddhist tradition. Công Đức Lâm Buddhist Temple solemnly inaugurated the second Returning to Reality temporary ordination retreat, gathering meditators to cultivate mindfulness, simplicity, and awareness in the present moment.
In order to provide Buddhist devotees with opportunity to experience monastic life in accordance with the Theravada Buddhist tradition, the second Returning to Reality temporary ordination retreat was solemnly organized at Công Đức Lâm Buddhist Temple in Da Bát Commune from April 18 to April 26, 2026. Retreats serve as an occasion for practitioners to cultivate mindfulness and illuminate themselves in the present moment. On the morning of April 19, 2026, the opening ceremony took place in the dignified atmosphere of the temple's main hall. Attending the event were Most Venerable Viên Minh, Abbot of Bủ Long Patriarchal Monastery and founder Abbot of Công Đức Lâm Buddhist Temple, Venerable Tâm An, Venerable Hữu Nhiêu, and Venerable Đạo Tân, together with venerable monks, meditation practitioners, and Buddhist devotees. This year's retreat gathered 32 mediators, including 21 males and 11 females. Throughout the retreat, participants engaged in morning chanting, communal work, arm-rounding practice, meal offering ceremonies, meditation sessions, and Dharma teachings under the guidance of the Venerable Sangha. During the opening ceremony, all retreatants respectfully knelt before the triple gems and invited the Most Venerable Elder to confer the temporary ordination. Delivering a Dharma exhortation, Most Venerable Viên Minh expressed his joy at diligent spirit of the practitioners and encouraged them to live mindfully in every moment, clearly recognizing body and mind within present reality. The Most Venerable emphasized that true cultivation lies in clearly knowing what is happening without chasing after delusion or ego. Whether living within family life or society, practitioners can still maintain mindfulness, master themselves, and attain peace and happiness.
Continuing the spirit of compassion and social care, Giác Hoa Pagoda organized the distribution of 330 gift packages to disadvantaged persons with disabilities, helping ease hardships and bringing encouragement to local families through meaningful acts of loving kindness.
On the morning of April 25, 2026, at Giác Hoa Pagoda, Châu Thới Commune, Venerable Nun Thích Nữ Nghiêm Thành, Abbess of the temple, organized the distribution of 330 gift packages to disadvantaged people with disability in the local area. The charitable program was sponsored and directly conducted by the charity delegation of Thiện Tâm Pagoda, Đồng Province, headed by Venerable Thích Tâm, Abbot and Director of Thiện Tâm Orphanage Center. In coordination with the Củ Chi Voluntary Charity Group, Ho Chi Minh City. Each gift package, valued at 500,000 Vietnamese dong, included 1 carton of instant noodles, 10 kilograms of rice, medicated oil, and 300,000 Vietnamese dong in cash, offering practical support to help ease the hardships faced by local residents. During the ceremony, Venerable Nân Thích Nữ Nghiêm Thành expressed heartfelt gratitude to the charity groups for traveling a long distance to share compassion with local people. Venerable Thích Tâm also encouraged the recipients to maintain optimism and strive to overcome difficulties. Representatives of the beneficiary families expressed their sincere appreciation to the abbots and the benefactors for their kindness, support, and wholesome affinity.
Nurturing noble ideas and strengthening unity among Buddhist youth, the Kamau Provincial Buddhist Youth Fellowship solemnly opened the Tâm Minh Friendship Camp 2026 at Bu Liên Pagoda, featuring many meaningful educational and communal activities rooted in the spirit of compassion, wisdom, and courage.
Over the course of April 25 to 26, 2026, the Kamau Provincial Subdivision of Buddhist Youth Fellowship solemnly organized the opening ceremony of the Tâm Minh Fellowship Camp at Bu Liên Pagoda under the guidance of Venerable Thích. The event welcomed numerous youth leaders and campers from Buddhist Youth Fellowship unit across the province. Camp was established to create a wholesome environment for communal activity and Buddhist learning, helping participants nurture noble ideas in accordance with the spirits of compassion and selflessness while strengthening solidarity among members. On this occasion, the organizing committee announced and presented official decisions recognizing the personnel of the Youth Leaders Board for the 2026 to 2031 term. The committee also introduced orientation for activities in 2026 with many practical projects aimed at further strengthening the Provincial Buddhist Youth Fellowship organization. Within the framework of the camp, many vibrant activities were organized, including campfire gatherings, cultural performance, team games, and especially the Golden Bell of the Dharma knowledge competition, creating an engaging and lively environment for Buddhist learning. In his Dharma exhortation, Venerable Thích offered profound guidance on practicing Buddhism in daily life without allowing worldly influences to dominate the spiritual path. He encouraged all participants to devote themselves to the ideas of Buddhist Youth Fellowship under the motto Compassion, Wisdom, Courage, cultivating loving kindness, wisdom, and encourage determination in all circumstances.
In a sacred and serene atmosphere during Visagism, Buffalo Temple solemnly celebrated the Vesa festival commemorating the birth, enlightenment, and Parinibbana of the Blessed One, together with a communal offering ceremony dedicated to cultivating merit and spiritual devotion.
On the afternoon of May 1st, 2026, in a serene atmosphere of Buffalo Temple, Most Venerable Tăng Sa Vong, Abbot of the temple, solemnly organized the Vesak celebration commemorating the birth, enlightenment, and Parinibbana of the Blessed One. Within the framework of the ceremony, the enshrinement ritual of 4 Buddha statues was reverently conducted, contributing to the sanctity of the monastery and creating favorable conditions for devotees to pay homage, make prostrations, cultivate wholesome minds, and orient themselves toward virtuous living according to the Buddha's teachings. On this occasion, the Most Venerable Abbot encouraged the monastic community to strictly uphold the precepts and maintain dignified conduct worthy of being spiritual refuges for Buddhist devotees. He also emphasized the importance of the preserving and promoting traditional cultural identity, thereby enriching spiritual life and safeguarding the beauty of Khmer Theravada Buddhism. On the same day, the temple organized a communal alms offering ceremony to 40 monks, creating wholesome marriage for devotees and dedicating the marriage to departed grandparents, parents, for rebirth in peaceful realms, while praying for living parents to enjoy peace, happiness, and longevity.
Bringing compassionate engagement into practical community development, Venerable Nun Nghiêm Thành, together with local authorities and benefactors, organized the groundbreaking ceremony for Ancient Bridge number 12, helping improve transportation and daily life for residents in Hoặc, Ward.
On the morning of May 2nd, 2026, Venerable Nun Nghiêm Thành, in coordination with the Provincial Internal Security Department and local authorities, organized the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of an ancient bridge number 12 in Hoa Đồng Hamlet, Hoa Thành Ward. Attending the ceremony were venerable monks Kim Miễn, Liu Kiều Oanh, Vương Chi Thiện, together with local authorities and residents. The bridge will measure 32 meters in length and 3 meters in width, with an estimated construction budget of 300 million Vietnamese đồng. Funding for the project was mobilized through the efforts of Venerable Nun Nghiêm Thành in cooperation with Buddhist benefactors and the An Khang Social Welfare Fund. Currently, transportation for residents in Hoa Đồng Hamlet remains difficult due to the absence of a solid bridge, forcing locals to rely mainly on temporary structures that pose safety risks. Especially during the rainy season, construction of the new bridge is therefore considered highly necessary, helping residents travel more conveniently for daily life, education, and trade while gradually improving local transportation infrastructure.
On the afternoon of May 3rd, 2036, Vĩnh Quế Pagoda organized the handover ceremony of a charity house to a disadvantaged family in Đông Hải commune, offering not only material support but also renewed encouragement and hope for a more stable future.
On the afternoon of May 3rd, 2026, Venerable Ninh Diệu Trang, Abbess of Vĩnh Quế Pagoda, Lang Dong Ward, together with Venerable Nhật An, organized the handover ceremony of a charity house to Mr. Lý Kim, 69 years old, residing in Hamlet 2, Đông Hải Commune. Also attending the ceremony was Mr. Quách Văn Chuẩn, member of the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of the Commune and Vice Chairman of the Veterans Association. It is known that Mr. Lý Kim's family had lived for many years in a severely deteriorated house. Approximately 2 years ago, his son was diagnosed with terminal stage colon cancer, causing the family to face serious financial hardship and lose the ability to continue treatment or improve their living conditions. After more than 1 month of construction, the new house was completed with dimensions of 4.9 meters by 11 meters, and a total cost of the house is 105 million Vietnamese đồng. Of this amount, Venerable Ninh Diệu Trang and Venerable Nhật An mobilized Buddhist devotees and benefactors to support 50 million Vietnamese đồng, while the remainder was contributed by the family. The new house not only helps stabilize the family's living conditions, but also serves as a source of spiritual encouragement, strengthening their faith and helping them overcome difficulties toward a more peaceful life.
Spreading joy and compassion to underprivileged children on the occasion of International Children's Day, the Connecting Love 66 program at Scotstoun Temple presents meaningful gifts and scholarship while creating a vibrant atmosphere through cultural exchanges, folk games, and community activities.
On the afternoon of May 9, 2026, at Scotstoun Temple in Vĩnh Phước Commune, Venerable Thạch Dương Trung, in coordination with a volunteer delegation led by Venerable Thích An Đạt, organized the Connecting Love 66 program in celebration of the International Children's Day for 400 underprivileged children in the local area. During the program, the delegation distributed 400 gift packages, each valued at 260,000 Vietnamese đồng, including notebooks, cakes, milk, instant noodles, and water bottles for participating children. On this occasion, the organizing committee also awarded 20 scholarships to monks studying the second-year elementary Pali class at Coston Temple. In addition to the charitable events, the program featured a food festival, folk games, and vibrant cultural performances, creating a joyful and heartwarming atmosphere for children and local residents alike. Through this meaningful initiative, the volunteer delegation hoped to spread the spirit of compassion and sharing, bringing joy, laughter, and beautiful memories to disadvantaged children.
At the same time, the Quang Âm Nam Hải Festival 2026 solemnly took place at Quang Âm Phật Đài, attracting large numbers of Buddhist devotees and pilgrims who gather in prayer, chanting ceremonies, and spiritual practice to cultivate peace and blessings for all beings.
On the morning of May 8, 2026, the Quang Âm Nam Hải Festival 2026 officially opened at Quang Âm Buddha Platform, Hiệp Thành Ward. The festival lasted for 3 days, from May 8 to May 10, 2026, corresponding to the 22nd to 24 days of the third lunar month of the year of the horse, attracting large numbers of Buddhist devotees and pilgrims from near and far who gathered to respectfully pay homage to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, participate in chanting ceremonies, and pray for world peace, social prosperity, and happiness for all beings. In front of the Avalokitesvara altar, venerable monks, together with numerous devotees, solemnly conducted a prayer ceremony for national peace and prosperity, chanting the Great Compassion Mantra and paid homage through the 500 names of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva in a sacred and tranquil atmosphere. On this occasion, the organizing committee distributed 200 gift packages to disadvantaged local residents. Each package included 10 kilograms of rice and an envelope containing 100,000 Vietnamese dong in cash, helping support those facing difficulties in life. Within the framework of the festival, Dharma practice groups, notably the Lotus Sutra practice group of Bat Linh Pagoda, Bạc Liêu Ward, solemnly recited the wonderful Dharma Lotus Sutra, creating a serene and spiritually nourishing atmosphere that helped Buddhist followers return to the refuge of the Triple Chain, purify body and mind, and cultivate spiritual life. In the evening, venerable monks and numerous devotees continue participating in the Pure Land chanting ceremony, wholeheartedly reciting the Buddha's name while praying for favorable weather, peaceful livelihoods, and universal benefit for all sentient beings.
Cultivating wholesome values among the younger generation, Giáo Pagoda organized the 30th Sheets of Compassion retreat, guiding youth participants through Dharma teaching, gratitude practice, communal learning, and mindful living in daily life.
On the morning of May 10, 2026, at Giác Pagoda in Châu Thới Commune, Venerable Nun Thích Nghiêm Thành organized the 30th Seeds of Compassion retreat, attracting numerous young participants to return for Buddhist cultivation and learning. Opening the program, retreatants participated in a lively community activity that foster connection and inspire a positive spirit of practice. Under the guidance of venerable monks and nuns, the assembly solemnly chanted the Medicine Buddha Sutra, praying for peace and good health for themselves and their families. In the retreat program, the organizing committee also arranged exchange activities, sharing sessions, and gift presentation for participants, bringing joy and spiritual encouragement to the youth on their learning journey. Following this, Venerable Nun Thích Nghiêm Thành delivered a Dharma talk on the topic, The Four Great Gratitude, helping participants gain a deeper understanding of gratitude toward parents, teachers, and nation and society, and all sentient beings. Through the teaching, the Venerable Nun emphasized the spirit of gratitude and repayment of kindness, guiding the younger generation to live responsibly, loving, and in service to others. In addition to the retreat session, various folk games were organized in a lively combination of education and recreation, helping participants reinforce knowledge, strengthen unity, and deepen team spirit.
Finally, in remembrance of the virtuous contribution of respective monastic elder, One Pagoda solemnly held the fourth memorial ceremony for the late Venerable Thích, honoring his long life dedication to Buddhism and community service while also extending charitable support to disadvantaged families in the locality.
On the morning of May 12, 2026, corresponding to the 26th day of the third lunar month, Venerable Thích, Abbot of One Pagoda, Vĩnh Mỹ, come in, together with disciples and Dharma relatives, solemnly organized the fourth memorial ceremony commemorating the late Venerable Thích. Attending as witnesses were Venerable Thích, Vice Head of the Executive Board of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha of the province, together with venerable members of the Provincial Executive Board and monks and nuns from various monasteries. At the memorial hall, the Venerable Assembly and disciples respectfully offered incense in remembrance of the virtuous contribution of the late Venerable Thích, former member of the Provincial Executive Board of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, former deputy head of the former Hòa Bình District Buddhist Representative Board, and former abbot of One Pagoda. His secular name was Lê Bá Tiếng, born in 1944, and he passed into Parinibbana on the 26th day of the third lunar month in the year of the Rat 2020, having lived 77 years and completed 25 Rains retreats. On the occasion of the memorial ceremony, the abbot, together with disciples and Dharma relatives, solemnly organized an offering ceremony to the Sangha and the Buddhists of the 10 directions, sincerely prayers for the late Venerable spiritual consciousness to attain rebirth in the Buddha realm. On this occasion, the late Venerables family also distributed 100 gift packages to disadvantaged households in the locality. Each package, valued at 200,000 Vietnamese dong, included 10 kilograms of rice, instant noodles, and essential necessities, with a total charitable budget of 20 million Vietnamese dong.
Dear Venerables and respected viewers, through retreats of mindfulness, visa celebration, youth education programs, charitable outreach, bridge construction, and compassionate community activities, the light of the Buddha's teachings continue to illuminate daily life throughout Kamau province. May these wholesome actions inspire greater understanding, compassion, and harmony within society, especially during this Vesak occasion. Thank you for your kind attention and continued support of Buddhist News of Kamau. May the blessing of Triple Gem bring peace, wisdom, and happiness to you and your family. We sincerely look forward to welcoming you again in our next bulletin. Namo Buddhaya.